big bucket of chicken. Episode, we're 12, right? It's 12. Episode 12. Kev, what's going on, man?
See the chart?
I do see the shirt. That's your Christmas present, and you are.
Doritos, man.
I could tell from the way it looks. I can't tell. It looks a little more wrinkled, which means you wore it and washed it. Is that, or is it just still
Yeah,
okay?
I definitely wore it a few times, and
All right.
I got good compliments from it. Like, and not like I wore it at the fucking gym. Like that's street cred right there, right? Like I'm ready to fucking get a pump in with my fucking Doritos shirt. That's
I
that's
wish
how you know I mean business.
that was. It almost feels like everyone at the gym's like, oh, you have to wear the shirt for the reason why you're here. Oh, okay. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that's why. I
Oh
didn't
look,
realize.
it's the ironic fat man. Here he is.
Yes, like there's a guy with like a cocaine and like blunt t-shirt. It's like, all right, guy, like stick to cardio, but stay away from, don't push yourself. And there's just a guy with like cheeseburger shirt, like, yeah, McDonald's really took a turn when the McRib's coming back, so I knew I had to come back in because I just know I'm gonna slip right down into hell with the McRib coming back because it is coming back, and it's that thing of like who's asking for the McRib to come back besides a few comments here and there on the it's like, hey, I haven't had a remember what was those things in high school? They were it was like a steakum. I'm pretty sure that's equivalent to what a McDonald's McRib is.
Ugh.
It's like pressed into the shape of like Lego block kind of thing. It's like, is it a furniture item or a food item? You'll never guess.
I usually don't like cringe when I think of something that I used to eat, but steakum is definitely one of those things.
But that's so I remember in high school, okay. So I wasn't always a vegetarian, obviously. I used to eat the meat products and the whatever it was. Hey, is there barbecue sauce on this? I'll have four of them, thank you. And the steakum, the high school like cafeteria, whatever the company that makes that shit, I remember one day I was eating it and it was just, high school and then so I was end of the 90s, beginning of the early 2000s was our high school era. So it's like, hey, it's 10:45 in the morning. Want pita pizza? We're like, sure. All right. And chocolate milk? All right, thank you. How about what are the sides? French fries. You guys got any corn? No, we just have a mound of like fast fries that we just piled into a pile and baked. So the bottom is real crispy and the top is real crispy, but the French fries in the middle, they are not cooked. And it's like, all right, I guess I'll go eat this and then go to lunch. But I remember the day I decided like to pull off the steakum and like kind of break it down. Like I want to see because like every once in a while you get like that, those it's soft. It's like that kind of it's liquid, it's solid at the same time, like Domino's. And then every once in a while you're like, oh, I got a heart thing. And you're like, is it bone? And then I'm like, I don't know if it is bone. I think I might just got a piece of plastic or metal shaving from an industrial piece of equipment. And did you ever break that down? It was like the internals of a Slim Jim, but a centimeter thick and 4 inches wide and 8 inches long. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was like a plastic gyro. It, it was
Uh,
it was like that
very
like, sheet of paper meat, but it was made almost like a bag of chips would be. You, I feel like you just open a bag of chips and just pour out steakums.
yeah.
Like that's how you'd eat them. They're ready to eat already, right? Like
It's just like I imagine like an old factory somewhere in another country, not even China, like Slovenia or fucking. They're just like a guy's just like a form of some matter, and he just like I just keep thinking of Snowpiercer when they're on the train and they're
dude, I
like, what
totally
what
that
are
that's what I thought too. Exactly
what are
what
these gelatinous cubes made from? What the fuck do you think they're made from? Everything that's not people.
I
So
just love that we are reminiscing, and it still is. I think to this day, like school lunches aren't very far off from prison food. Like it really is kind of like,
American school lunches.
yeah,
Go online. It's like I want to see what they're eating in France. You're like, what? It's like 5-star cuisine. I mean, school level 5-star cuisine. And don't get me wrong, I wanted it. I knew Friday was pita pizza. I was like, yes, give me 4 pounds of dough and sauce and cheese. I want it.
we were big on French bread pizza in our school.
Mm, I love a French. So we got different. So what they would do is, I guess, almost every Friday. See, when I was in Queens, it was a little bit different. In New York City school system, um, I do miss whatever that brand of nuggets were. So you get sometimes you got chicken patties, sometimes you got nuggets. Essentially, they were the same product. Those nuggets, every once in a while, I still think about them. I'm like, I want one of those because it's like it's hot, it's crispy on the outside, but it's also soft and wet, also. And then like it's again like Domino's, like a lot of processed food, it is both solid and liquid simultaneously. It defies physics. We've talked about this before. Domino's pizza, it's just a disc of salt, and it's 100% a solid. It's bread, sauce, cheese, and toppings. But when you put it in your mouth, even though I am chewing, I'm not that fat where I'm just like swallowing. It is not only being broken down by my teeth, just saliva added to it. It starts deteriorating and going back to its original form, which I imagine is microplastics and MSG. I don't know what else because it's just like dissolving in your mouth. Like I don't think you can choke on Domino's if you wait 2 seconds. Like a B12 sublingual dot, it'll just break down in your throat into like a saucy tomato like mist or something.
What I actually picture is the T1000 reforming. That's what it looks like. It goes down your
Yes.
throat.
Yes.
It becomes this pool of liquid metal and just goes slipping down your throat.
That's actually what happens in your intestines. Like it breaks, it's in chunks, and then they solidify, and then they just start forming shoom 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 bloom bloom bloom, and then that him standing up is the Domino's pizza going down out of your butt. Within 6 hours, Domino's pizza will leave your body. It just your body's like, look, I don't know what to do
Yeah.
with this.
I do like nowadays. I eat things and I know that they're gonna do things to me. I'll do it. You know? Like I'm like I love pepperoni. I'm not gonna lie. And pepperoni, like I wake up in the middle of the night with just like horror happening inside my body.
Just
Like
spitting up blood.
an acid reflux that happens after I eat like 8 pounds of pepperoni. Like and I'm like it'll be fine tomorrow. It'll be fine.
You just like I remember one time I woke up in the middle, and this is a long time ago, and this is partly uh anyway, I remember I ate something, probably pepperoni or something like that, or like grease. And like I had one of those things of like I was laying in my pillow and like in my sleep, but it woke me up. I felt like a burp or a whatever. Like my body's just rejecting. And like what happens is because thank God I guess I'm thankful I wasn't on my back. I would have probably died. But like the acid is just it's like comes out of my mouth and it goes into my nose. So like you have that moment of like where it's coming out of my nostril. It's like it's like I
Yeah.
can't cough out of my nose, so I have to like wait, and it's burning, and I'm like, what the fuck? And that's a pepperoni. That's a pepperoni night probably. Or our go-to was sausage and green peppers, and fucking Philly cheesesteak at 2 in the morning. Like, let me eat that and go to sleep and see what happens.
Yeah, it was a rough week for the McClure diet, but we got through it.
This week was a rough week.
I think though, like I don't, I honestly want to just say like to anyone that loves snow, like go fuck yourself. Like, we got like 16 inches of snow Sunday night into Monday, and I'm over it, man. And it's not even February yet. Like I'm just fucking over it. And then we're gonna get more snow Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you just hear people like, "Oh my god, look how beautiful it looks outside." It's like, go fucking shovel. Like, shut the fuck up.
Where'd that come from? We're talking about pizza, and now your diet. How's your diet related to snow? Is it because you're the Uber guys,
I was saying,
the DoorDash guy, like woke up?
I'm finding a scapegoat, Lou. I'm saying all that fucking miserable weather caused me to fucking pepperoni pinwheel.
I'm still confused. So is it because the bad weather is there, you're using more DoorDash, or because of the bad weather you couldn't use DoorDash and just ate a bag of pepperoni?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't do DoorDash because I feel that's like cruel. Like that was like I actually before my driveway was even plowed, I managed to get out of it and go down to 7-Eleven. Like I didn't want to do that to somebody. What's funny is I just saw like I got a package on the side of my house, and I see the footprints. Like someone like had to like really haul ass through this fucking woods to like bring that package. Like I see like the like the footsteps like that are like knee deep. I'm like, someone really like, busted their ass to bring me an abomination figure. If they only knew what it was, like they're probably thinking like, oh, this guy probably is getting food rashes delivered to him because he hasn't eaten in 3 days. It's like
Kevin needs his insulin.
It's my 7th abomination figure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, good. This is from the Spider-Man 7. Thank you. You may leave now.
Yeah, that was awesome to see that. There's like these giant footprints, like fucking Sasquatch delivered my fucking abomination figure.
There's just a guy on the road, just like the wind's blowing. He's like got a scarf wrapped around his whole head, except for just like his eyes. He's just got your brown box. And he's like, "Oh, Kevin McClure, you will get your thing." And you're just in your house like warm and toasty. Like, is my pizza ready? And then he's like, "Oh, sir, I have it." You're like, "Oh, abomination's here."
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I feel bad when the DoorDash people have to like come out in like the really bad weather, and you like, I would feel like if they like again we have the option to leave it at your door, but if they saw you, I feel like they have the right to just slap you. Like,
Yeah.
You. Like look what you ordered, you piece of shit. There's 16 snow on the ground, and you're getting a fucking Whopper.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, so here in North Carolina, we actually had, so this is how pathetic it is down here. So Saturday we got snow overnight. So like for all week last week, they're threatening catastrophic, fucking Michael Bay levels of snow. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. So I'm like, you know what, just in case, because I don't have a shovel. I don't have one. My girlfriend doesn't have one. I don't have a fucking shovel. So I'm like,
oh, where to get it?
And like literally like the store.
Oh, you're mute. Can't hear you.
Yeah, this thing is annoying that it does that. Anyway, so I don't have a shovel. So I'm like, you know what? I do want the ice melt, because if there is ice, I'm just going to throw ice melt down and let it do its job. So we get the ice melt like last week. Saturday it snows again. Was that functional?
No, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna pretend it's my microphone. It's this little.
Yes, please have that in front of you all, even though it's not picking up any audio. I just want that to be the microphone.
All right, line 4. Go ahead, Utah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, go
ahead. So it snows overnight. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, you can still see the grass. Like, it's a centimeter of snow. So I clean my girlfriend's car off. I throw ice melt down, and then in the middle of Sunday, I was about to go to my sister's house for dinner. I just go drive around to like see, because the back roads are not. So the problem down here is it's ice. So even though it looks like there's not a lot of snow, it's a centimeter to an inch of ice, which might as well be 3 feet of ice. It's like driving on an ice skating rink. So I'm like, all right, it doesn't look that bad. I get home, do a 20-minute drive. It's just hailing. It hails like almost an inch of fucking just more ice on the ground. So, okay, Monday, it's bad. Like, the roads are not great. I still had to go out and do shit. I had to go to work. But my sister's kids had a snow day Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. By Monday night, there's no ice on the road. The roads are clear, but they still have 2 snow days. 3 snow days in a row. We're supposed to get more snow this weekend also. I guarantee it'll be like 14 millimeters of snow, and it will shut down shit for 3 more days next week. It's pathetic. It's bad.
There's not equipped down there to handle it. I remember years ago when Atlanta got 1 inch of snow and the entire like highway, everybody abandoned their car. Like,
yeah,
it was like The Walking Dead. It was crazy.
Yeah, I went to, so like I said, I took a drive, right? So I'm like, let me just go see, because she has all-wheel drive, and again, the back roads are, even though it's not like you can see the road, any slick road. I'm not trying to speed and be an asshole. That's the other thing. People down here, like, they're not equipped. And they're driving like as if they like, I had to drive on ice. I'm like, I don't think you do, buddy. I think your Sentra is going to be upside down before the sun sets, but good luck. So we get to like this main road where there actually are dump trucks with plows in the front, and it's slushy because they didn't plow. It's just from people driving on the snow, and the plow truck passes. Like, so we're at the light, and here's this plow truck driving by with this plow in the air. I'm like, bro, just drop it down 6 inches, and you're actually going to do something. Something will happen when the plow's on the street. It's going to make the stuff move out. Like, I'm like, you actually have a plow in this town, and you're not using it. And then I don't know if you saw, I put on my Instagram stories from Fayetteville, which is like 2 hours east of me. There's no snow on the roads anymore that night, Monday night or whatever it was, and the plows are driving with the plows on the street, and it's just 18 feet of sparks under the truck. Just it's like it's like just they're trying to get overtime. Everyone is milking this down here to a level that I did not. Actually couldn't imagine. I get the roads are bad.
I want to see like the news reports every day through the guy like, we're here live on the sidewalk here, and as you can see, there is still snow here. Like
it's not even that there's still snow. It's like it's day 3. There was snow 3 days ago. There isn't anymore, but everyone is still shaken by the snow they saw outside their window on Sunday. Do you have anything to say? Like, I went to Food Line and I got some hot Cheetos, and then I went home, and then that's what happened. There was it's fucking nothing. There's nothing going on. But we're supposed to also get like I do miss the New York Northeast, like 16 inches of snow. I'm sure I know the inconvenience. I know how much it sucks to drive and get around, but I do miss the first like 48 hours of snow is awesome. And then day 3, you're like, okay, I'm ready for it to go away now.
I said this to someone today. I said the first day it snows the whole year is fun. And then if it snows on Christmas, I like that too. Other than that, go the fuck away.
Yeah, when it snows on April 14th, it's like, I'm going to kill myself.
I don't go skiing. I don't snowboard. I sit and drink. That's all I do. That's it. Okay? Like, don't fucking tell me about how you're going to have some big adventure outside. Like, it's 12 degrees out, asshole. Like, stay inside with the heat. That's what I hate, too. Everybody's so excited to go outside and freeze their fucking tits off. I don't get it. You got layers of clothing on to go out. I hate layers, dude.
I do hate layers.
But with a sock on. You know?
See, it was different when you're like 15, because I would put layers on, but you don't care how wet and freezing you are for hours. Like now, as soon as my hands get cold, I'm like, okay, I quit my job today. I don't care.
Every year I lose my gloves and hat. I wear twice a year, and I always lose them. And then my mom gets me a new one for Christmas, and I repeat the cycle. I don't own a pair of boots. Luckily, I own a jacket somehow. I got a jacket. That's it.
I've been with you when you've lost jackets too.
Yeah. Did you remember when I lost the coat check thing one night?
The pea coat. Oh God.
Remember that? That was a debacle, man. They really hold that shit hostage.
No, that was where was that? Where was that?
The first part was I woke up the next day and found it. I'm like, fuck.
Did they give you your jacket?
Yeah, eventually they found it, but I had to go. I had to literally sit there and yell at them for like an hour to give it back to me.
I remember that part.
We were with Keith. We went to this little club. Wait, maybe you weren't there that night. I feel like you.
No, I was there. I was there a night when with you lost. It was I think it might have been Webster Hall. It was someplace. I forgot where, but I remember that like you don't have that piece of paper, and they're like, sir, I can't just give you someone's jacket.
Oh, that's what happened. You drove into the city to meet us because we were at a German place before that, and I remember you actually drew. I think it was the time you were working with your dad. Maybe you were close, but I remember you actually drove there, and you never do that, so you had to be close. But yeah, I remember that you came in, and it was like a little club that was playing like electronic music. But yeah, I literally, and they were starting to ignore me, and I had to be I'm surprised like no one like beat the shit out of me. Like I'm surprised I didn't get like bounced out of the fucking place.
I also remember one night you actually just lost your coat. You had like wasn't a pea coat, but it kind of was like a wannabe pea coat kind of jacket, and it was just like we had gone to multiple places, and it's the same thing. Take your jacket off when you go in, pick it back up. I don't know if it was a coat check situation, but I remember one night you like put your jacket down or put it somewhere, and like I remember you going home. It was cold, and you did not have a jacket because it was.
That was in Farmingdale.
Okay, it was on Long Island.
Karaoke place. And we thought that guy Zeus stole
it. Wait, was that wasn't the night you thought you got drugged, was it?
No. I don't want to talk about that night. I'm not ready for that. We did that at the old show, by the way.
We'll talk about that another time.
Wait, line 2, San Antonio. Go ahead. You're on the air.
My wife stopped kissing me on the mouth. It's like, all right, sir, next caller.
Yeah, start fucking your secretary.
I wish I had a secretary,
Me
but
too.
just in my house.
I would love to just say hold all my calls and mean it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to hear that out of my mouth.
Muriel, cancel my 2 o'clock. Hello. No one's there. No one's there, Kev. It's
What
just
if
me.
I have an assistant? My assistant will handle it. Like I would love to hear that.
Yeah. Except I don't have any money or the need for it. Actually, I like the idea of it, but I think I would hate someone walking up to me at like random times. They're like, "You have to do this thing." I'm like, "I'm not doing anything. I took my pants off already. The day's over."
I think when I retire and I like still have to work because I don't have like anything like in my bank account, I will hire an assistant and make it like I'll get like a part-time job at a deli but still have an assistant. Like every time they ask me to make a sandwich, like, oh Bobby's gonna handle it today. Bobby, they want the works.
They want the works. They want banana peppers. It's weird. It's a weird sandwich.
I'm just having a moment here, by the way.
It did that. You know,
It's
it's done that on other episodes.
not my fault.
What did you say?
If anybody breaks into a seizure, it's not my fault.
You know, it did it. It did it on last episode once. It's done it before, and I swear, you know, what I thought it was. Sometimes the phone is an automatic setting where
Oh,
if you get close to the camera, it like changes the it's like digital background lighting. But now it's just not stopping. If you notice, you're just in a. There you go.
uh, is it every time I talk? I think it's every time I talk that it does it.
No, I just think it's every time the light bulb's barely hanging on, Kevin. Is it a light bulb or is it a fluorescent bulb?
It's a light bulb. I think so. I don't know.
Maybe later today change it.
I'm not a technical guy.
Yeah, it's real technical changing a light bulb.
I will make like the landlord replace this. By the way, I don't have any shame.
Anyway, he's downstairs, right? Isn't he like in the basement?
I don't know where he is. Right now, my landlord is trying to pretend that This is a weird story. So they're trying to pretend that someone lives down there, so I don't park at a certain place outside of my house. So like the lights on the entire time downstairs, and like no one's there. And then they're like, "Oh, they don't have a car. Don't worry about that." They keep doing
Don't mind the smell of dead bodies.
It's like I know that there's no one living there, but I just have to go along with it.
I like your house. I like the area that it's in.
Like park next to the house. They want me to park next to the garage. It's weird.
Yeah.
But again, you know all the weird stuff that happens. I just go with the flow, man.
I know you do.
To live somewhere, so and especially, I look at houses all the time on Long Island. And I just shake my fucking head. Like it's a fucking scam, man. It's bullshit. Like the amount of money they want for some of these bullshit cookie cutter houses.
Yes,
I'm never gonna buy a house here. Like fuck that. Like I'm not doing it. Like
I agree.
I'll probably end up on the streets like in 2 years, but hey, man, at least I didn't invest in some bullshit thing. I actually did go to my old house. I tried to.
Oh shit! Follow up. Kevin's got some follow up for us. What happened?
They're cool, man. I really like those guys. Like they remembered me because I told you like they love the fucking comic book stuff downstairs. Like that's they remember me.
Well, did they have the bin?
Oh my god, I didn't even fucking ask them. But I did get his number and we've been texting, so I'll text them tonight. I told him I renewed my registration and I haven't gotten it yet, and I feel like it went to that house. So I went there and asked like if they could
So you actually went there and didn't ask for the bin that we talked about like 4 episodes ago.
I'm a dick. Because you know why? It turned into a different conversation. I feel like I shouldn't say it though.
No, don't. If you feel like you shouldn't, then
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later because it's really funny. Because it was like Team Kevin winning again.
Another win for the big K.
Another win for the big K. Absolutely. No, yeah, it was bittersweet seeing the house though. I do miss that house, but I did have good reasons for selling it. So
yes, no, I like that house too. It's great to have a basement that doesn't have either the landlord's brother in it or I'm assuming at this point bodies. Don't worry about the basement anymore, Kev. The light's on. Don't park there, and something's happening. You'll find out eventually. When ATF kicks those doors in, you'll know exactly who's in the fucking basement.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll tell you later. Like all the weird. There's more like weird things going on, but again,
it's so weird.
I take it in stride, Lou. I think it's It's part of like my current lifestyle.
When I come back up there, I'm planning on coming for your birthday in April. I might for the big bucket just do a walkthrough of like part of your property for the show. Like just like I don't want to give away your location so like murderers can find you, but just I like the setup. I like your house. I like how secluded where you are and how it is. But there are like these rules and also like things on the property where you're like, what's over there? It's like, don't look over there. It's like, okay, and go back inside.
I'm surprised there isn't like a section where there's just like dolls with no clothes on. Like I feel like that's like a perfect spot for that.
I
Like
feel like there is
doll.
a, there's a structure on your property that is probably has a room of dolls with no faces and no clothes and
I have to say though, there are some things that are it is like it's pretty much hoarder status.
yes, it's dude, it's all it's great as you said. It's great to have a place to live. Your house, the setup is nice. I like an old house. I do like a lot of the features in your house or lack thereof or whatever. I like the property. Your landlord's nice. It's not like they're not nice people, but there is like there's always a caveat. Like, hey, you can't have dogs on this property, or hey, no kids, or hey, no, there's no pool or whatever. Your property is like one of the most unique pieces of property on that island. And there's just like the pool that's across from your house with the tree growing out of it is I fucking love when I stay there in like September, I just stand outside. I'm just like looking in the pool. I'm like, I just want to go in there even though there's no water, it's just a tree.
Well, look, if you want to maybe like do like a power hour one night and then be like, let's do it, man. Let's go like, pool. I mean, I really haven't explored like I really it's weird with me sometimes. I could be at a place for years and there's like just certain places I won't go, and that's like one of them. I never really looked down there and like seen like all the details of like over there. Um, yeah, so that could be something we do. And
I did do that when I smoked cigarettes.
we found like the fucking catacombs or something.
Yeah, dude, when I stayed there last year, no, it wasn't last year, it was because I was the year before, so 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, whatever. I was because I was still smoking. So like every like 20, 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm gonna go outside and have a cigarette. And I would just wander your property. Like literally I just would walk all over that area and just like what the fuck? There's literally a well pump out there
Yeah,
that kind of still works. And it's again, that's a property from like I want to say the 50s. It's probably older. It was one person's, I don't know if it was a farm, but it was like definitely a house with several garages. And then you could see like the newer garages. You could tell there's between like the garages from the 40s and 50s and 60s and the garages from like 20 years ago. And then they turned it into like multiple, now like everything on Long Island. It's like two other people live there, but it's so secluded and yet not. Like I think like on the other side of that fence is like a school or something. I don't know. It's weird.
it's the high school. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
the baseball field's like right behind it.
yeah. You like live in this like weird corner.
Baseballs, bring them in.
What's up?
I always collect all the baseballs like on my property. Bring 'em in.
You're like you're the guy from the Sandlot. You just like keep all the kids' balls and
Yeah. Well, who's making all that racket out there?
yeah, exactly. So before we start recording, I we were talking about so I did a little short video which I'm posting on tonight, Thursday. I'm gonna post it as soon as the show's over. I got my Discman from last episode. I put batteries in it, and I just wanted to see like I know it works, but I wanted to just see like the functionality of it because the teeth on this thing, if I can get it close, if you can see. So basically that holds the CD,
Yeah.
but the plastic like prongs, two of them came off. So the CD doesn't like CD is actually supposed to snap in. So
Yeah.
if I like turn it, it doesn't fall, but it would just fall. So you have to keep it like on a flat surface for
Oh,
this to play. But it did play, and I played a track off of which you guessed, which is awesome, of Ugly Kid Joe from '91. Where I was just on the video and talking about how the song I remember being on the radio a lot was "Cats in the Cradle." They covered that song,
yeah.
but then "Everything About You" is like "I hate everything about you." Like that's the other single that they had.
I actually, I find that to be a catchy song. I
It
feel
is,
like that's a very forgotten band. Like
of
that
course.
doesn't have any like following or nostalgia towards it. That's just like a band that was like, oh, that's 1991, and you just throw it in a pile.
Yeah, and what we were talking about was I remember somebody, because I'm sure the rest I've listened to that album a long time ago. It's been over 20 years since I like popped it in a CD player and played it. But I was saying how like I remember there was a long time ago, 10, 15, maybe more years ago, somebody I knew, a friend, I think from the radio station, was like, "Oh, like you should really like get it listen to more." I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not missing for any Ugly
Yeah.
Kid Joe like deep dives.
Yeah, it's like the same thing if someone goes like, yeah, you should really listen to more Crash Test Dummies. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the one song is fine. Like, we're not listening to the whole album of that. Like, no.
Yeah, not to say it's impossible that other tracks are good. I don't think I'm going to be like, holy shit, their first album is fantastic.
I agree.
And by the third album, they really came into their own. There's none of that. None of that's happening.
You did like the history of fucking
Yeah.
Go. By
Yeah.
album 3, they were really sizzling and cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. It's
not
album
Tool. 4, it was all over. That's usually.
Yeah.
It's like, remember that time they were okay, next year rolls around and they're just like playing like your fucking bar mitzvah.
Hey Kev, can you get the mic closer? You're I can't really. There you go. A little closer. There you go. What is that? It's
like a really cheap karaoke thing.
Does it work? Like if you plug that into something, there's a wire attached to it. Does it actually record audio? It looks like a squirt gun.
Oh wait, the batteries are in. I think it does work. Let's see. I need to turn this thing on. Oh wait. Is it on? I think what happened is the batteries died.
No, I'm sure they did.
Oh, it does work.
What does it do? Like, is it like just...
You can sing into it. You sing, Lou.
And what happens? There's a speaker in the bottom of it?
No, the speaker's right here on the microphone.
No, that's the microphone. Where does the audio, like when you talk into the mic, where does the sound come out of?
No, this is like, this is like a kid's toy.
Yes, I understand.
I don't know if the batteries are dying, but it's just like, it's not working well.
I'm
starting to hear it more.
I hear it too.
Yeah, no, it's funny. We got this, then we got like the really good one, like the karaoke one, like the speaker and like the...
No, that one I like. That one I'm very familiar with.
Who wants to put lights on? Beep, beep, beep. You know, like it sucks. But it does, it is funny because like the Marvel guy I'm going to do is like so perfect for this.
Okay, well, you know what? You ready? Do it. All right, who's the guy this week? I think you told me, but I always like to pretend to be surprised.
All right, first of all, we have to go back to a time when disco was popular. So we're going back to like the late 70s, we're saying, right?
Okay.
Not just like disco, but we're talking about, you know, like the guys that were like musicians, right? Like Kool and the Gang and like Rick James and, Bootsy Collins, like guys like that, right?
Funk. You're talking about funk.
Virtuoso guitarists, right? Like they were, funk, right? It was, yeah. And it was like Jungle Boogie, like all that stuff, yeah. And what else? Super Freak, like that kind of stuff.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah. Tear the roof off this mother, tear the roof off this mother, tear the roof off this mother. There's always funk in the name of the song or like in the chorus.
A lot of funk bands, they have to say the word funk.
Yeah. So imagine Spider-Man in the 1970s, because like everybody thinks that like Spider-Man's, every time there was an era, like they dressed him in like the, like the bell bottom, it was always like the same thing. Like Spider-Man started in the 60s and went up to the 70s. So in the 70s, they created a character of a bad guy. And again, this is the era of, we've already covered some of these bad guys. I mean, they are just bottom of the barrel shit. Like they suck.
Yes.
And this guy is clearly like, there's no like 19, like there's no like after this 70s era, once disco's dead, like there's no way this guy has any functional role in like society or anything. So Spider-Man goes to this concert as Peter Parker, and the the band that's playing, they're called the Mercy Killers, and the lead singer's name is, they call him the Hypno Hustler. We don't know what that means yet, but he also talks in like 70s jive, like he's like in "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." Like he'll call people suckers, you know, like stuff like that. You know, like dynamite, like stuff like that, like black dynamite.
Yeah.
So apparently, you know, he's got like a pink guitar. He's dressed in this white suit. He's got the afro. He's got like the really platform boots, and apparently he has some ability that he either paid for or created. They don't really acknowledge like how he got it, but so when he plays his music, he has some type of like hypnotic effect on the audience, and they get hypnotized. And he has headphones on that like prevent him from like being hypnotized. So
of course,
so he hypnotized. So the band and him hypnotized the whole group, and like they start robbing everybody, right? Like that's what you do, right? And then in the comics, you're not just knocking over a bank. You're setting up, establishing that you're a very popular rock act, and then the goal is to just rob all the people that like you. So that's what happens. So yeah, Hypno Hustler, Spider-Man, eventually the way he beats him is he takes his headphones off and he gets hypnotized by his own music. And so the cool thing about him is that's it. I mean, I really can't say much about him, but they did this year, a couple weeks ago, come out with this figure. They made a figure of Hypno Hustler. This guy has a total of like 10 appearances in the comic books. Even the comic book writers like don't want anything to do with this guy. And this guy gets a fucking figure, man. I love it. He's got little like gas effects. See, like you can attach it to his boots. And you see like the speaker on his like belt. That's like the main thing. And the guitar also, I guess, has it.
What were you saying that? So his funkadelic 70s disco boots like emit gas to gas the people.
Yeah. So small-time hood Antoine Delsoin attempts to put his music career over the top by combining his mind-numbing hypnotic numbers with grand larceny. So again, after his first appearance, you don't see him in a comic for like at least 20 to 25 years.
Jesus.
Like, no one wants to use this guy. And half the time you see him, he's in jail. Or he's at a Villains Anonymous meeting. Like, hi, my name is Antoine. I'm a supervillain. And
I know you sent me, and because when I looked up when you told me the name yesterday or something, I looked it up. Donald Glover was in talks to possibly play him.
Right. And honestly, if Madam Web and Morbius were cinematic masterpieces and Craven did well, we were going to see Donald Glover as the Hypno Hustler in a spinoff. That's how bad Sony Marvel movies are. Like, they were considering this fucking guy to star in a movie. This guy, who had enough, I think he has 10 appearances total in the comic books. Yeah. So anytime you think of like, if you listen to like Super Freak or like Do It To Me Now, like anything like that, like just think of this guy. Like, this is the guy. He never evolved, right? Like, there's no like, every time he shows up, he still got the same costume. He still has the bell bottom. He still has like the afro. And he sucks. He just sucks. So, but it is cool. I mean, he comes with the guitar. He comes with the microphone. He comes with little gas effects you can put on his boots. I mean, they do really, the figures that I collect. I mean, they do really nail it with these things. I mean, they really do a good job. So
now, is that a figure that you're ever going to open, or he's staying in the package?
I'm probably gonna open them. Yeah, any Spider-Man characters I like to open and display. So, but yeah, that's the Hypno Hustler. And like I said, it's like I try to make him a little funny, but it's just more like, why?
Yeah, no.
You're saying like that definitely is a guy that is of the times. Like, we need a disco villain. Like, we need a guy that's gonna, rob the clubs. You know, that's like their thought process in like 1977.
So Humbug last week was, you said, from like 85 or 86.
Yeah.
Is there though like an 80s, specifically like 80s, whatever you want, or the word you want to use, like 80s toned villain that is on possible for like next week, Marvel's Best? Or
yeah, I mean, look, I could pull up one. Look,
I'm sure
the 80s is very specific, but yeah, I could definitely get one. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
was it Humbug?
I
It
already
was
got.
either Humbug or what was it? Was it Typeface? Because it just felt like maybe it was last week Humbug. Like, is this a byproduct of like I always make the joke? They just got to come up with a fucking character, otherwise they're getting like demoted or something. So they come up with a character, or are they like watching Ghostbusters or some '80s movie and they just get like inspired, like, oh, I'm gonna make a character like that's like this. So it's in the zeitgeist enough where it could show up more in the comics, become, a figure or whatever. It's all about just yesterday or this morning maybe. I always tell you about that episode of Community where Jeff Winger, the main character, is going through something medical. So his hallucination is he's in GI Joe,
Oh yeah.
and all the GI Joes are in, like, they have so many GI Joes in the episode plus their characters, and their characters like Annie Edison, who's played by Allison Brie. She has giant tits, so her name is like Tight Ship, and she looks like a sailor, and like stuff like that. And I always think about, like, that was the whole point of GI Joe. It was the original GI Joe from like the late 50s, early 60s was just like, hey, army guy for boys and like for Barbie. And then in the 80s was like, let's just make something that sells a zillion toys.
Well, that's the goal. I mean, honestly, even with the old ones, the goal was to sell toys, no matter what. But then they were like, how many characters can we make for G.I. Joe? And it's the same thing with Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel just makes characters. And and I have to say, they find a role for some of these guys. Like, so even though that they're pathetic or losers, I told you, like, they find a way to incorporate them into like the whole world and universe, and it's funny. Like sometimes you get like some stories that are hilarious, and like you actually want to read about Humbug, like, or you want to read a hit story. Like there was a recent issue of like a Deadpool Spider-Man team up where they fought Hypno Hustler, and it was hilarious. Good. I'll show you that. That's a good.
Jive ass turkeys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I like it because it's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, but that's what the greater part about it is, like the character is just stuck in this era, he can't escape it, and he's like he was crowned a loser like right away, so he's always going to have that status to him. But again,
It reminds me. So I don't know how much of Brooklyn Nine-Nine you watch, but Captain Holt, who's like the captain, played by Andrew Bronger,
who's
everyone's.
dead now? Is that crazy?
Yeah, no, I hate that he's dead. I watched it recently, like an episode, like in the last few months. I always also he's on a couple episodes of House. He's in
Oh,
a he's a lot of movies and stuff.
yeah, he's
He's
on.
yeah, and it just sucks. I'm like, fuck, that guy died. I miss him because
The
that
other one,
character.
sorry to. I just wanted to say, like, the other guy that always gets me that died, because I watched the other guys recently. Ray Stevenson. I always like. I can't believe he's dead. Like, he's
Yeah,
awesome. Like, he would play like the Punisher. He was in Thor.
yeah.
He was in
I
the.
mean, he's funny. He's pretty funny also in other guys too. I like him because he's
Yeah,
playing like the
very
Punisher.
underrated in that. Like, because he's like playing like fifth lead.
Yeah,
You don't
or whatever.
recognize him because everybody else is so ridiculous in that movie.
But what I was gonna say is Captain Holt. Every once in a while, every couple episodes, a couple times a season, they like talk about, because he was a cop in like the '70s. So it's just him, Andrew Bronner. They just like put a mustache on him, a little afro, and he just like says like the same shit he always says with like '70s like slang or whatever. One of his foes is the Disco Strangler, and it's like some guy who like kills people with like yo-yos or some shit. Like
Yeah.
it's funny.
That's like the same. I like that. That might be even like a little nod to like a hit.
It might be. It might be. It might be. But anyway, so I want to wrap up the show. So what I'd love to happen between now and next week, Kev, is you go back to that fucking house
I will.
and you ask them about the fucking bin that we've been looking for. I'm sure if they had it, they would have been like, "Oh, you're here. Thank God we have your bin." But maybe they didn't think of it. Maybe they don't even know it's behind the boiler or some shit. But also, next week we should, because we brought up a couple stories tonight that we didn't go deep into, we should talk about some of those. I forgot my jacket, fighting with the night you thought you got like date rape drugged. We should retell some of these stories because if we did on the podcast, it was years ago and nobody remembers or cares, but they're fucking hilarious. And also like,
That's
um,
hilarious for me.
I understand, Kev. It wasn't hilarious that night and the next morning and for a couple of days. It wasn't hilarious, but it's hilarious now.
You remember my face after that?
Yes, yes,
Fucked up.
yes, yes. Good. Thank God we were there. Otherwise, maybe you would got someone would put their thing in your butt, finger.
Superstore. I was at the bar like the next night. I remember there was pictures taken of me.
With like a dick in your mouth.
I wish you know what? After that,
I wish there was a dick in my mouth.
No, I had this freaking like scab under my face.
Dude, you had a black eye.
Yeah,
We're gonna look.
terrible.
Let's tell this. Let's tell the story next episode. But let's tell as many drunk night chaos stories that we can remember. Even maybe I'll try to like shorten my edible story. I can throw that in there. Because there's a bunch that I think about from time to time. I think about that night from time to time because that was fucking bananas. I think about when we both worked for the same company for a couple of years. You were obviously there a lot longer. New Vitality Christmas party stories, like some of those stories, like those Christmas party nights were fucking.
Yeah, they literally thought you were dead.
Yeah, several times.
You left the curtains open, and like people were just walking by, and then you're like face. like people thought there was a dead body in there. It was hilarious.
That's one Christmas, and then there's another Christmas where like there was a bunch of us in a hotel room, and we ended up getting like thrown out because. But again, let's hold off.
Room.
Yeah, let's tell those stories. Next week because I also want to incorporate like not just like you lost your jacket, you got drunk, like all the nights I remember because for years I used to take stuff from bars, nothing expensive. I wouldn't like steal like money or anything, but if they had like a sticker or a thing on their wall,
yeah,
always. Yeah. Do you have a picture? Do you have any photos of your old bathroom from Farmingdale of all the things on those walls?
Back, I feel like some of them vanish. Or maybe like I have an old phone or something. I don't know, but there was certainly pictures of things we had because it was all over my bathroom and my wall.
Yeah, I remember I took like picture frames. I would take picture frames off walls and somehow get it out of the bar unseen, like unscrew stuff.
Yeah, you had some weird stuff that you took.
To train on the subway, I would take those big stickers of like, if you see something, say something. I would like I'd peel it off and like roll it up in such a way that like I can unpeel it and like stick it to the wall in your fucking bathroom.
Yeah, that was on my wall for a long time.
Yeah, because of I'm pretty sure that glue is not to be removed or definitely not to be put on the wall with paint on it. That was probably a mistake. But hey, look, you live and learn. But I do next week want to elaborate more on these stories we're hinting and teasing tonight. And because here's the thing, I know I remember a lot of details. I know you remember probably more details than me, but I like going through them again because I know I remember the parts that are like, again, that night we thought you got drugged, which we didn't know that night. We thought like days later, like, hey, maybe someone put something in Kevin's drink because he was like more than drunk. I'm still on the fence. I thought maybe because of like, possibly mixing shit with alcohol and I know you don't agree, but I'm on the fence. I'm like, who the fuck was there that would like this group of dudes? Like, let me drug this guy and try to.
Shays, Lou.
Yeah, I know. That's before Farmingdale. For those on Long Island watching,
I remember putting my drink down on like the ledge thing. Easily, some creepy guy like tiptoes over.
The spoon man. Yeah, let's bring some crack on him. Let's get out of here.
I just remember it was also like a blizzard out the day before, so it was all snowy out and icy.
Yes.
And worse because I didn't know where I was. It was bad.
Yeah.
But I never was like.
Never. I know.
Drugged that night. I definitely was drugged.
I'm sure that you were, but I still feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know you don't know.
I feel like was there marijuana involved before that, like smoking weed or something like that?
It wasn't anything crazy.
No, of course not. It's weed, bro. But I just feel like I'm always on the fence. Like, was it maybe just like alcohol and weed mix?
I remember like when I've like gone over the edge, like when I've drank way too much, and I know that like that feeling, that clicking of I'm gone, bye bye. And that
Blackout.
was, and but I'm a fully like functioning, like I wouldn't call myself human being, but I can get myself from A to B, have a conversation with somebody, and find my way home and whatever any other time. But that one was like,
No, it was. You like
it was
couldn't
like
stand. It was.
Wolf of Wall Street when he tries to get into the car with the
Yeah,
Quaalude.
it was. It
Yeah, that's
was.
what it felt like,
It
and
was
that's
worse than
not
that.
how it usually works for me. So,
Yeah.
and I
But
feel myself
let's
enough.
hold off. Let's hold off.
Yeah.
I do want to.
Can't wait to reminisce about that night. Like that.
Oh, fuck
That
you.
was like I remember my friend John was in from Albany, so he was down hanging out with us, and yeah, man, like that was crazy because like I was head first falling into bushes.
Yes,
Hedges.
on your face on the sidewalk and the street. Dude,
I
let's wait.
still remember.
Till next week. Let's wait till next week. I want to go through. I want you to tell the details that you remember, and I want to tell the details that I remember, and I want to see like where, because like you were the one it was happening to, and I was the one witnessing it.
Like this isn't the scientific, like this isn't a cold case like that you're opening again. Like we're you gotta solve this puzzle. Like
No, not like to solve.
I
But I
know,
just like
but the way you're saying it is like you are skeptical about me being drugged. I know that
a little bit.
I know like that feeling. Like
But nobody gives out free drugs.
maybe it was the Hypno Hustler.
Nobody gives out free drugs. Only people who get drugged are people who think they're going to get something like rape a person or do something horrific. What person's like, hey,
Oh
this
no,
guy's with 6 dudes. Let me drug him.
have to play fucking games. They like get off on knowing that like they're fucking around with somebody and they have no
That's
idea.
possible, but nobody's like, hey, let me buy drugs and just give them away. Just so I know. Because I think later when I'm not there to witness it, something's going to happen.
Likes to go to shitty dive bars and then drug people. You don't know. Like, you don't know what people do.
I don't know for sure.
You don't
I don't know for sure.
The real people, man. The real.
But like, think about it. Think about it. I drug you, and then you leave. I don't do anything to you, and I just like the idea that you're gonna freak out later. On the
corner, like looking at it the whole time, like with his handlebar mustache.
All right.
Could have been Turner D Century.
That's one of the stories I want to talk about next week. And I do want to go over a bunch of other drunk stories, and we'll come up. We should like rendezvous next Monday or Tuesday and like talk about the things like that. So it's not like just like I want to like go over just like the significant stories. That's one of them, and a couple other ones to go over next week for episode 14 or 13. This is 12, right? This is 12, right, Kev? I thought I said it in the beginning.
This is 12.
Damn. Good. Yeah, the 2 man 3 months. Going great. Also, I'm sure people saw last episode. There's a age restriction, and I'm pretty sure it's because YouTube updated something. I'm gonna see when I upload this one.
Well, no, and also maybe if you the fuck and the, but maybe they were like, okay, you can get away with 1 fuck in a title, but 2 like not on my watch.
Because I always label the episode as not for children, but maybe I should just stop. It's not like we're talking about like super adult themes and no kids looking for the big bucket of chicken. We're not trying to like get kids to watch this, obviously, but I think that's what happens. I always click, for 18 and over or adults on whatever. Just I guess it doesn't show up on YouTube Kids. I get the big bucket on YouTube Kids.
I'm just gonna throw out a pet peeve of mine that I don't like that you do. And I'm gonna just put it on blast.
What's that?
I hate when you don't capitalize certain words in the title.
Well, I don't want to do that because capitalizing every word, it looks stupid.
No. When it's a title of something, that's okay. Like when
the big bucket of chicken, I capitalize every word in the big bucket of chicken.
Yeah, so it's like every word should be capitalized if it's the title of an episode. Yeah,
that looks weird. That looks weird to me.
I think it looks weird when it's not. I think it looks weird when it's not.
Oh, good. Good thing you waited 12 episodes to bring it up.
Well, you can go back.
Kevin's really good.
He killed the Spotify thing.
As you can see, Kevin's really on top of like all the back end of the show.
Yeah, you know what? Like, don't worry about it. Like,
I'm not worried about it. It's not about worried about it. It's like 12 episodes in, you're like, you know what? You should do something about the title. It's like, oh, good. You should have brought that up like 12 episodes ago.
Yeah, I am like I do like act like my mom sometimes.
I do no work for the show other than showing up to do it. Could you like do something about could you do something about the volume in here? Because it's a little loud and also my steak is cold and my pants are off. Can you help me with
What
my
if I just said
pants?
I don't like you, and then like we just end the show? Like it
I
took
don't care.
it took 83 episodes. Like well, I don't like you.
Hey, we've done this before and we've had the conversation. We're like, hey man, hey, reel it in. Tighten it up.
Really, guys. I know I said explore the space, but let's not explore.
No, I don't take any offense to that at all. It's funny to me because it's like, you know what I really don't like? You don't capitalize every word in title. It's like, oh, good. That's 12 episodes
Well,
of Kevin's like, I hate this.
That's me like like seeing I go, he did it again.
That's me doing bare minimum.
You would like correct it yourself, like an asshole like me, like thinking like I would like you would do something like that. Not like you clearly think it's okay and I don't, but I think that you're gonna like just come to terms like, oh my god, look what I've done.
No, because like I do all the obviously like I'm gonna download this, I'm gonna edit it, whatever, Instagram stuff.
I know.
I know you know, but at the same time, like you did what'd you do yesterday? You sent me a picture, a screenshot of the restriction. Like, yeah, I uploaded the video and it happens immediately. I saw that 3 days ago. Like Kevin's like, I just want to bring to your attention that 2 weeks ago this happened.
Oh no, that's well when I first saw it, I brought it to your attention.
Oh, good. You saw the episode 3 days after I posted it. That's awesome.
I did a big share today. Good feed.
After we record the show, Kevin's like, I'm exhausted from sitting and talking. I had to do all that stuff.
They call it, in the business, they say talent. They call it the talent.
Yeah, the talent. Yeah. I had to get the figure. I had to take the boxing from one room to the other. Like a lot of things happened today.
Well,
I put my shirt on.
Like 2003, it's been the same thing. Like I've been sitting on the other side for a reason. Every time I was the engineer, it was like fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah, of course. But like, it is like, and this is another thing we've known each other obviously for a long time. It's like Kevin's one of those people where it's like he obviously can't do certain things, and that's fine. It's no big deal. But it's like Kevin's definitely I don't want to do it, so I'm just gonna not be able to do it, so I don't get asked to do it or have to. There you go. My sister, I have a sister.
But there's another thing that I say that makes it more like, oh, maybe he's not a piece of shit. I also say that there's somebody that can do it better. So I'm going to find that person and then they can do it.
I agree. And I definitely could do it better. But I also definitely have that.
During an argument with your ex-wife, that never is a winning argument.
Of course. No, I can't. I've been there for those. We can't, that's not going to be an episode of like, hey, let's reminisce about all the fights you had with your ex-wife that I was in the same room of. Like, oh, okay, this is good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe in a few more years we'll see. Like if like the band-aids will really come off. No, I will say this though is you definitely walked through some real rough ones or been part of those, but also at the same time I know my shortcomings. Like I've identified them, and I have to live. Like I can't just shut it down, right?
It really could ruin you. Like, hey, Kev, we're gonna do an episode where you cooking with Kevin.
Remember, I didn't drive till I was 19. I had to ride everywhere. Like people hated me.
I remember
my girlfriends fucking hated me.
I was in the car with you in the beginning. I mean, you're fine now, but it still is a little nerve-wracking. But you do well. But I remember back, 20 years ago, Kevin driving, like the nervous panic looking over your shoulder to make sure there's no car there for like 8 seconds. Like, hey, buddy, front of the car is more important. Keep it up. Keep it looking.
I literally they bought me a car, drove it from Kansas to New York, and then just said, okay, drive it. And I hadn't driven a car in like years. I drove the car a little bit when I was 16, but like other than that, I like didn't drive a car for like years. Wait, no, I got my license at 19, but I didn't start driving at like 23, 22.
Yeah, you first had the Saturn, right?
Yeah, and I ran that fucking thing into the ground.
I mean, that it was a piece of shit. Saturn is just such a sad car to have.
Well, look, it was the first time car I got. I'm only on 2 cars. I've only
I
had
know, no, I
two
know.
blue sedans in my life. That's all I have. And I'll probably like run this fucking thing into the ground too. It's already over like 140,000 miles. So
Which is nothing. It's
yeah,
nothing. The way,
but I don't know how they make these cars anymore. I feel like they're just made to break. So we'll
it's
see.
a Mazda. It's a good car, Kev. I've been in your car. For the most part, there's no issues.
This encouragement for you because I feel like I'm not a car guy. Anytime someone starts talking about a car, I walk away. And I have a real problem. Like I have a great memory. Don't ask me what car someone drives. I don't fucking have any idea. I could see that car drive out of my driveway 28 days in a row, and I still wouldn't be able to tell you what fucking car it is. Like, honestly, anybody, I have no idea what they fucking drive. Like, I could see it. You could tell me every fucking day that you drive this, and you drive, I don't know, a four-wheel thing. I don't know.
That's your selective memory. It's like I don't care about this.
I know. I could tell you the entire roster of like the Guardians of the Galaxy from like 1967 to like now, but I couldn't tell you like the car you just like showed me a day ago. Like I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't. If I don't care about it, I don't care about it, and it's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's bad because like a lot of the things in my life that I should have cared about, like I didn't care, and I couldn't help it. I was just like I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, that's another episode. Let's wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Good night, guys, or good day. What's that?
This came in handy.
Yeah, I like that thing.
This is a fixture of the show now.
I want you to use it every time.
Literally, and I think when we do get guests on, that's how I'll introduce them. I'll like say like line 4, and then like we'll start talking. Maybe we'll just get audio for the guests.
I mean, we'll figure it out.
Well, like
next time,
feel like old school call-in show.
We could do audio. I could figure that out.
Play at Larry King Live, right?
But it is Zoom. Just
no,
they could just.
No, I really want to do like a segment though, where I like just say random things like Larry King used to say. Like, does anybody remember Windows? Like, I want to
Pretty
do
much
like
the whole show.
Yeah. Let's figure that out. We'll write up some things and like we'll do like a whole segment of like, does anybody remember?
When I say I want to talk to you about next week's episode, we're going to do it. But when you say let's write up stuff, like that means you have to actually like do it. It has to happen.
Yeah, but we've been saying we're gonna write things since like 2003, and it, like never happens. Remember, we promoted the Burger King Kids Club documentary for like 5 years, and we never
That's
did.
Different. No, that's different. High stuff is different.
Line from that.
Being high and coming up with an idea, and being 40 and sober are these are two different. Being high is like, hey man, you want to do that? And the other guy's like, yep. No, we're gonna do it, and it's never fucking happening. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Peace out. There you go.